What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today what I'm going to be going over is I'm going to be going over 5 things you should know before you get into day trading. Before I do get into that though, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to be updating my YouTube channel. What I'm getting done right now is I'm actually getting done an intro and outro and then also a logo, so all that can be here in one YouTube video, kind of like how you guys see in other YouTuber videos. So I'm trying to take this more serious and get it professionally done, or at least get it done right. And then also, if you guys haven't noticed, I actually added a thumbnail to my YouTube videos now, so it's not just some random clip from my video. Okay, so that's that update. Thank you guys for all the support and all the love, and thank you guys so much for watching. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So 5 things you should know before you get into day trading. Number 1, it's gonna take time and money. Obviously, with the money part, you can't go into the stock market with nothing and leave with something. It's going to take some initial investment. And then also the whole time thing, it's going to be a big learning curve for you, especially if you don't know the terms. If you don't know anything about the stock market, it's going to take time for you to learn everything. So really just give it patience. I don't want to say it necessarily needs to be something you're interested in, but it has to be something that you're interested in. With me, I was introduced to the stock market my senior year. I had a high school teacher, and I was taking a business class, and we had this like fake stock market money type thing, and I was really interested in it, but I never really pulled the trigger on it. But now 6 years, I think almost 7 years later now, since I've been out of high school, it's 6 years later since I've been out of high school. I wanted to revisit that idea, and so far for the past 4 or 5 months, I've been loving it. Okay, so number 2, what you need to know is that there's different styles of trading. When I first entered and learning about the stock market and learning how to trade, I didn't know that there's different styles of trading. You know, you could go long, you could go short, pretty much where you bet against a stock. There's options. You could trade cryptocurrency. I didn't know any of this stuff. I'm not going to get too much into that, but just know that there is different styles of trading, and you need to know which one works best for you. And then also something that I wish I knew when I got into this is that when you speak with other people, at least from what I've experienced, when you speak to other people, I don't necessarily want to say that they think their way of trading is the best, but there's going to be pros and cons to everything. And you just gotta find out what works best for you and what you like. And once you find that, really double down on it and just block out all the noise. Because if you're doing one style of trading and then you have everyone over here telling you, oh, you should do this, you should do that, it's kind of gonna mess up your groove when you're over here on this side doing your style of trading. No, I'm not saying not to differ into different styles of trading. You go ahead and do what you want to do. But just don't let the noise get to you, because everyone's going to have their own opinion. Number 3, you're going to need confidence when you get into this. When you start explaining this to people, like your friends, your family, or whoever you're talking to, like, hey, what are you doing with your hobbies? And you mention like, oh, I'm a day trader, or I trade in the market. People are going to think it's gambling. The stock market kind of has a negative connotation to it, I guess you can say, but one thing that I've learned about this is that it's, at least, well, in all types of trading, it's very strategic, and you need to be disciplined. And if you're not disciplined, then you could lose a lot of money. And if you don't stick to your rules, then you could lose a lot of money. And if you get greedy, you could lose a lot of money. And I keep saying you could lose a lot of money because when people think of stock market, people think of either making a lot of money or losing a lot of money. But from what I've learned in my journey is learning to become a day trader and trading in the stock market, is that it doesn't necessarily need to be like that. You don't need to lose a lot of money in order to be successful. You don't need to make a lot of money in order to be successful. The great thing about this whole stock market thing is that everything is on your time. It's a skill that you have under your belt, and that when the stock market's open, if you have the right skill and you have the right discipline, the right plan, and you know what you're doing, you're able to make money from it. Number 4, I think this is one of the most important things that you should know before you become a day trader, is that there's the PDT rule. The PDT rule pretty much, it says that you could only make 3 day trades within a 5 day. You could only make 3 day trades in a 5 business period. So a buy and a sell of a stock is 2 trades. So the way I think of it is I could really only make one trade. So that's the PDT rule, unless you fund your account over $25,000. Now, if you're like me and like most people, you just don't have $25,000 laying around, so you could just fund into account and start trading, right? That's definitely not me. But there is also a cash account. So a cash account is, I'm gonna try and make this as simple as possible because I'm not great with numbers, and sometimes I'm not the best at explaining myself. So let's see if you guys can follow on. And the cash account is what I'm gonna be using once I start trading with real money. So a cash account. So let's say I fund my account for $1,000. I'm gonna use simple terms for you guys and for me. Okay, so let's say you have $1,000 and you buy a stock and man, this is hard. I'm sorry. I didn't really practice this. This is just me going straight into it. So bear with me, you guys. So you have $1,000. You buy $100 worth of stock. Okay. You buy it and then you sell it for a $50 profit. Okay. So now your cash account is $900, but you bought $100 worth of stock and you made $50, so you have $150. You won't see your $100 and your $150 until 2 to 3 business days later. So now your cash account, you only have $900 worth of buying power. And at least for me, the reason why I'm going to be doing this is because if I buy that one stock and I make $50, 25, $10, whatever the case may be, I still have buying power in case another play comes up. So that's the reason why I'm going to be doing that rather than going under the PDT, and I could only make one trade per week. That just doesn't seem amusing to me. The whole thing for this, at least for me, is to get my account to over $25,000, so then I can make as many trades as I like as long as my account is over $25,000. So that's the number 4 thing. Number 5 thing you should know before becoming a day trader is that your mindset matters. Your mindset really matters about this. There's rules you need to stick by. You need to be disciplined. You need to have a strategy when you go into a trade. And at least the way I'm learning is, if I go into a trade with a strategy and for whatever reason the strategy isn't working, the stock isn't going how I thought it was gonna go, I cut my losses, and I cut my losses quickly because I'm not gonna hold and hope. Like, if I'm down $20, I'm gonna cut that, because what I could always do is I could always re-enter a stock. You know what I mean? Especially with a cash account. That's another reason why I'm gonna be doing a cash account, because I could always re-enter a trade as long as I have the buying power. So your mindset matters. You need to realize that this is gonna take time. It's gonna take years. And for me, I've been in different opportunities before where I know I'm not going to see the fruit of my labor until years down the line, so this is nothing different. But one thing that I really like about this is that it allows me the freedom pretty much to do what I want, when I want, and be with my family and still make money and all that good stuff. And if I don't learn, then I'm not going to earn, and if I don't grow, then my account's not going to grow. Obviously, it's not always going to be like that, but when the market's up, you need to adapt. When the market's down, you need to adapt. So no matter what the case may be, I'm always going to need to adapt. And I don't find that as a bad thing. I kind of find that as a good thing, because it pushes me to be, the best version of myself. And I know that's super corny, but I don't know about you guys, but that's just one thing that I love, is that this is going to push me to be a better version for it's going to push me to be disciplined. It's going to push me to think. It's going to push me, it's going to push me at many levels that I didn't think it was going to push me to, and probably that I don't even know that it's going to push me there yet. So those are 5 things you should know before becoming a day trader. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and comment below, like and subscribe, and watch out for my next upcoming videos, because like I said, I'm beginning the intro and the outro and my logo coming in soon. So all this is going to be coming into one nice, beautiful thing. So thank you guys for watching. I really hope this helped, and I hope you guys have a good night.